need to put those bank gangsters in jail without bond, no getting out. The gold comes back from wherever you took it, because there was billions of gold bricks at the gold depository. They have never found but $280 million worth of it. Mm-hmm. 280 million. There was a little tiny one-paragraph story in the New York Times, and nobody else touched that story again. Where did the billions go? All of this is connected, and I think there's an agenda going on. I think the solution starts with, first of all, we have people from many counties here. Some from Norm Verroman's county, which Mendocino County, yeah, all the way down here, a 10-hour drive. You'll hear him yet. Stay tuned. Norm Verroman was the good DA of Mendocino County who riled the federals, got them really upset, and we're not going to go into that issue. But my point is, from every county, if you form your own militia, I mean armed men and women who are not only armed, but trained and ready to march to enforce the second thing that needs to be done. You need we the people, like that's behind me on this banner, we the people, grand juries, not appointed by any crooked judge in the county. And I have this on the authority of Justice Scalia of the U.S. Supreme Court. Says the grand juries do not belong to the judiciary, they don't belong to the executive, and they don't belong to the legislative. This is we the people's time when we see things are so bad, gone so far south. We the people spontaneously form our own grand juries. We impanel, we take an oath, we choose a foreman, we choose a secretary and a recording officer. Then we call in the witnesses, and the witnesses come and testify under oath. It's all kept just like you do on these bogus grand juries that they use now. And then they issue what's called a true bill of indictment for the judge, for the congressman who took kickbacks and mutter into the table. I mean, Cunningham's in prison down from San Diego, and he was supposedly the golden boy who was going to save everything. He's doing time right now. I can tell you for a certain fact, more than half of all of the 435 congressmen have taken kickbacks. And you never see a congressman go into Congress worth only $200,000 net worth and come out only $200,000 net worth. Every one of those guys comes out worth multi-millions. Where do they get the multi-millions from?
Well,
this is my solution. If you don't believe me, read this book by, I hate to publish because it's not about the book tonight. Read this book called LBJ, The Mastermind of the JFK Assassination. Whether you believe Oswald did it or not, read the book. You're going to find out Oswald couldn't have possibly have done it. He was set up by Johnny Rosselli and some guys connected to the mafia, taking orders through several levels of deniability, and that's key. They always have levels of deniability, so you can't connect LBJ directly to any of these characters. But when you form We the People grand juries, and they issue a true bill of indictment, and that true bill of indictment, you have someone deliver it to the sheriff with witnesses. And it'd be good if you had a dozen witnesses, and it'd be good if they were armed. And the sheriff gets the true bill of indictment, and you say, here it is, Sheriff, our grand jury is indicting Judge so-and-so and Sheriff Schmuck, your deputy sheriff. They're indicted because we know, and we've got witnesses, and you must arrest them and put them, and if you don't do it, post haste, our armed militia will do it. Now here's the key. You must have an armed militia that outnumbers the sheriff's total employment by at least 3 or 4 to 1.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So when the sheriff knows you've got an armed militia and he doesn't do his job, you're going to go around him because we the people are the final authority. That's why the sheriff outranks the CIA, the FBI. He outranks them all.
He outranks the president.
He outranks the president in his county, in his jurisdiction, because he's elected directly by we the people. He represents we the people. And if the sheriff won't do it, and he represents we the people, then we the people can go to our militia, and they need to be armed. And do you think, wink, wink, there's a reason there's a lot of talk about disarming and doing away with the Second Amendment? They know where we're going.
Well, and we
so
the
people,
we the people here took this and demanded a grand jury investigation by Kamala Harris. So what I'm here tonight to tell you is that we have a panel here of people who are not just people who plan to be here. We didn't want to be here. We are here because we're survivors. We are surviving a systematic crime scene and fraud. And fraud is void. The bottom line, as I told David Payman and Leslie Westmoreland, you don't have to keep going after modification scams. Bottom line is, go back to the beginning. If there's fraud, it's void. It's contract law. They're all attorneys. They all understand and they know. Void, right from the inception. So what I would like to thank you for is the voice tonight. We are begging, we are demanding, we are standing firm and sitting on our morals and our ethics, expecting you to do the same. Every DA that we've gone to, every attorney general we've gone to, every law enforcement agency we've gone to, you're going to hear tonight wrong imprisonment, wrongful convictions, wrongful foreclosures. No, fraudulent criminal foreclosures. So thank you very much. Yep. What we're going to see next is amazing, and this is proof that we need our officials. And if not, we are coming after your oath, your bond, and we are going to criminally prosecute those of you who will not criminally prosecute the banksters, because if you're not for us, you're against us, and you're taking money from them. You better start helping us.
There you go. Thank you, Rene Powers. Next in our assemblage here of the California 13 is a gal named Marina Read. Marina Read, you've got the floor. Tell us what the people need to know, Marina.
Well, I've been a defrauded homeowner, and I lost 4 properties, and I've been in litigation for the last 4 years and representing myself both in state and federal court. And I can tell you that there is a tremendous amount of corruption out there. I, at this point, have been, was just put it kind of gagged by becoming a vexatious litigant, they say, because I am using the voice of the people. I finally got tired of what was going on in the courts, and I filed a federal RICO action as a private attorney general on behalf of the people of California. And
I got to clap for you on that one. Very good.
And they don't want to hear what we have to say, because we have been doing the investigations that our law enforcement officers have not been doing. I wanted to cover 2 things for today mainly. Is we've been talking about the Attorney General and what can be done at that level, but many of us can pursue our district attorney's offices. Our district attorney's offices are the agents of the Attorney General. They are the army of, and they have the power to criminally prosecute. They have the power to criminally investigate, and they are not doing this. The California legislature in 1995 enacted Government Code 27388. And if they put it up there, people can see it. And I did a report as to each county has a choice in California. Each county has a choice whether or not they want to adopt this statute. And what this statute provides, it provides a revenue stream for law enforcement per county to be able to pursue investigations, criminal investigations, not civil, criminal investigations and criminal prosecutions regarding recorded real estate fraud and recorded real estate documents that are in the recorder's office. And it provides a revenue stream by a surcharge, documents that get recorded, real estate documents. This isn't small pennies. This is large amount of money. The Santa Barbara County, I live in Santa Barbara County, a few of us are here from there. So I did an analysis. Our county took it on in 2007, and I did an assessment as far as the code, again, Government Code 27388, and they did not enact the code. They are skimming money off the top. The recorder is skimming monies. They are rechanneling monies elsewhere, and the district attorney's office that has collected over $600,000 and $700,000 in the period that the program's been in place, they have used it not for the target population. The target population of this government code is property owners who are in the risk of being foreclosed upon or who have been foreclosed upon. That is the target population that these monies are supposed to go to. It is called the Real Estate Fraud Prosecution Trust Fund. My report was a 200-page report. We have it here. We have it up on the screen there. And it was submitted to the County Board of Supervisors. the county auditor, the county recorder, and the county DA's office for them to be able to look at what was going on and how they were not following the laws. It has been pretty much ignored. I then filed 11 formal real estate criminal complaints to the district attorney's office. In total, I presented over 610,000, get that again, 610,000 incidences of suspected or actual fraud that is recorded in our Santa Barbara County Recorder's Office.
Wow.
And our district attorney has sent me formal letters saying, thank you very much, we will not be investigating any of this. So this is the level of corruption.
What county and who is that DA who sent you the letter?
This is Santa Barbara County, and it's District Attorney Joyce Dudley.
Oh, our own Joyce Dudley.
Our own Joyce Dudley.
Who's covering up for Christina Stanley's thefts and illegal acts and Tom Stedden before.
And the exactly. And the program administrator is Kelly Scott.
Oh,
So
I know Kelly Scott.
And
You might want to call her.
Yeah.
But here's also the thing is our county board of supervisors is okaying all of this. They are rubber stamping through monies being absconded really by our DA to not be used in this. What they are using the monies for, and I've been doing a loose investigation across the Southern California, they are using the monies to investigate mod shop fraud and to investigate abandoned property scams. You saw something that came out in the news recently, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris has used many counties' resources to get 23 properties. Okay, we are looking at the analysis that I did represents over $1.3 billion in estimated figures as real estate that has been stolen from Santa Barbara County in the last 7 years. It represents a tremendous amount of violations. Peoples are losing their lives over this. People's families are being destroyed over this. And people are being, their lifestyle, their quality of life, their health is being annihilated by this process. And they were refusing to look at the matter. So we got fed up with this, and we coordinated a group of 15 people to file independent taxpayers suits, because we concluded that taxpayers, they're using our taxpayers' dollars, fundamentally. So if you could put up on the screen there what our mission statement is, and I'll take a read on it. The taxpayers' lawsuit mission is we are a collective of effective citizen advocates utilizing legal action to ensure greater efficiency of government spending of taxpayers' funds. We are committed to ceasing the abusive expenditure of taxpayers' money by multiple interdependent county government offices and county personnel who by their actions are perpetuating the chain of felony activities to the injury of Santa Barbara County residences. Specifically, the housing, maintenance, and dissemination of illegal land title documents by the county recorder's office, by court and clerk staff expenditures for court litigation proceedings based upon county housed and issued illegal documents, and subsequently the misuse of the Sheriff's Department staff resources for illegal eviction of Santa Barbara residences.
Wow. 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 This is what everybody needs to do.
Yes, and so I'd like to also tell you the codes that are used for that so that you can look those up. Wow. It's California Civil Code of Procedures 525, 526A, 527, and then also Civil Code 3368. This code, this taxpayer's code, can be used by taxpayers for many purposes, but we're using it specifically in this purpose. There is California State Supreme Court case law behind it, so we are coming out with full barrels on it, and we are taking on the court system because that's really where this has to be attacked.
Wow, very good.
Thank you, thank you. Next in our panel of victims and specialists is the gal next to